Hello, I'm Joe Scaripa, Group Editor-in-Chief of RIS News, and I'm here with the closing keynote speaker of the Cross-Channel Executive Summit, Ed Schmults. Ed, you're the CEO of Wild Things, and you do mass customization of products. Do customers really want mass customization?
Well, that's a fundamental question, isn't it, of any business. Customers want your products. So I have a couple answers for that. One, the empirical data, a recent study by Bain and Fluid Software said 39% of American consumers want customization. That's well over 100 million consumers. That's a big enough market for me. And then what we're seeing in our sales results since we launched last November is tremendous customer enthusiasm. And I think that's a reflection of, if you think about it today, whenever you buy something, there's a compromise. Sometimes big, which you're willing to make if you get a discount, sometimes small, because it's very hard to get exactly what you want. But we let the customer get exactly what they want. And I think that's been a challenge for retail since the very beginning of retail. Is how do you get the customer exactly what they want? It's not about stocking a whole bunch of different sizes and colors and shapes and sizes and hoping one of them works. It's about letting them have control and choosing what they want. And that's what we offer.
You know, Ed, mass customization of products is such a different business model for retailers. You're essentially inverting a lot of the processes that retailers traditionally deal with. How did you do it?
Well, that's what's fun about it, right? At the end of the day is we are breaking a lot of tried and true, somewhat conventional thinking. And one of the big struggles when launching mass customization was internal inside the organization. A lot of people said, well, you can't do that. Or rather, we can't do that. Well, yes, we can. So we had to go through design, wanted control, and they didn't want to let go. Product management was concerned about the ability of the product to perform, and if you let the customer choose, how could we control so that they only had a choice of combinations that would be a high-quality technical garment. Well, we saw both of those. At the end of the day, the customer is always right, and we should let them do what they want. Production said it couldn't be done. Logistics, a lot of IT challenges as well in terms of managing the SKUs. Effectively, they're infinite SKUs, and how do you track raw material? So, tremendous amount of challenge internally, and then as well as externally, introducing this to customers and getting them comfortable with our brand and our ability to execute on this. So, whenever you do something like this, you don't turn it on immediately and have a huge success. Our numbers are terrific and continuing to grow, but it is a challenge to get this out there, get people comfortable with our brand. Internally, we're good, we're executing well. Now our challenge is the greater marketplace. And one way we're doing that is linking up with large e-commerce and retail companies and capitalizing on their ability to reach their customers, and really the validation that this gives us as a brand that we're working with these established brands. And I think the future is very bright indeed for us.
Well, Ed, you've made a good case for mass customization. Where do you think the future of that business model is going?
Well, the great thing about the future is you think you might know where it's going, but you're never entirely sure. I think what's going to happen is technical clothing companies, and the outdoor business is a great place to start, are really going to embrace this. And within the next 5-7 years, pretty much everyone is going to offer some percentage of their offering under this model. And you see it happening everywhere. Domino's fancies themselves a technology company, and you've always been able to pick and choose your different kinds of pizza. Particularly younger customers, they've grown up with this. They want what they want and don't want to be told you can't get it that way. So I absolutely think the customer is moving this way. The technology is in a place where it supports this. Retail needs this dynamic, entertaining type of process. So I think this is a really interesting, cool time to be offering this, both direct to the consumer and in a retail environment. Where this takes us, I don't know. I love the concept of bringing apparel jobs back to the U.S. because you're taking advantage of proximity and rapid delivery times and really higher value-added manufacturing. These aren't built on a large assembly line like a typical garment, which a process that hasn't changed in 100 years. These are Toyota-based lean manufacturing cells, and those are jobs that should come back. So it's full circle. These are jobs that started in the Industrial Revolution here in the U.S. I believe can come back, and we can revitalize local manufacturing by distributing orders based on proximity to the customer who orders it, and that is really powerful. It's very economically beneficial, and it's great for the American economy.